Hi guys, Felix Lee here. Today I just want to discuss and I want to share something that I've learned from my mentor today. You know, things that prevent people from taking action. You might have this fear in you as well, like regardless of you are aware of this or not. But obviously, the reason why people haven't taken action yet, or people hasn't gone out there, outside of their comfort zone to go towards their goals or their dreams is because they have fear. And obviously fear is everywhere. They are fear of rejections, fear of failure, fear of poverty, fear of criticism. There are a lot of fear, and obviously it those emotions doesn't help you to develop yourself or to help you to reach your goals. But the one I just read one of the articles that my mentor wrote about risk taking. Why does people take risks, and why, you know like takes going to college, for example. When you see a lot of people going to college, going to get degree, and how much do they pay? I personally, when I went to uni, I came from a third world country. I came from Indonesia. I was quite fortunate that my parents have the ability to actually send me to school in Australia. And I remember the school fee was around $12,000 for like 1 year. This was back in 13 years ago. So you can imagine how much, I don't know how much it is now. But imagine $12,000 a year for a full complete degree. Then you'll need to spend around $48,000 or $50,000 just to get a piece of degree, just to get a certificate to say that you have completed your uni. And think about investing in business, investing your money in business, or putting money in business, in advertisement, or in, you know, educations, on in paying, in actually buying something useful to develop yourself for your own personal growth. How much do you personally spend on it? Do you actually put all that you have, giving your all to all the things that you require for you to reach success? Or do you just give whatever is left from whatever you have spent on all other things that not necessarily are important, and then whatever you have left you just put it into business? When it comes to business, a lot of people aren't willing to take risks. Why? Because there's one thing, they fear of the result, or they fear of failure. They actually have the doubt that whether this will work for them or not, and hence they don't put a massive action, or they don't give their 100%, they don't give all out, to build their success. Take the examples of going to uni that will flow through to actually when you are an employee, or when you work for someone else. You're actually taking risks. Let's take an example in Australia. The average salary is around 50k, 60k a year. Okay, I'm just gonna write this down and I'll show you guys so you can actually see clearly, how much risks are you taking right now if you keep staying as an employee. Say your average salary for average Australian is $50,000, and I'll just say it as I go. And how much does average house in Australia cost? Right now, I would say it's around $650,000 for a quite, for a reasonable house. Say $650,000. Okay. So $50,000 and $650,000. Okay. So how many years? Say if you don't have any expenses at all, if you don't eat at all, you don't go out at all, you just use your salary to pay off your mortgage. How much would that cost, and how long will that take? Let's do the calculation here. It will probably take you 12 years plus. 12 years plus. That is without, not taking into account interest. once you get interest in, when you got to pay your interest obviously when you have a mortgage. Take an example, if you have 5% interest, 5% of 650,000, how much is that? It's like around $30,000. So 30,000, your salary is $50,000, you only have $20,000 left. 20,000 to cover up 650,000. How many years? You probably have to pay off your mortgage for the rest of the year. Now some people tell me, why don't you think of and move on your career and get promoted? Sure, why not? Let's take it. Let's take it. Like you get promoted, you get higher position, and let's assume that you have more responsibility. Your salary is going higher, but don't forget, inflation, your current this is all the beauty of this business is all about. Your currency is declining in value, hence inflation will override the money or the paper currencies that you're holding. Okay, that will give a result of never-ending circle for you to keep running in circle. That itself is a risk, which a lot of people do not realize. Because of what? Because so many people out there are doing the same thing. So when you fail, you look at the people are failing too. You have the comfort. You have the you have the excuse that everybody else is failing, so I don't feel as bad. But one thing that I want to wake you up, if you haven't actually awakened yet. Fear of criticism is one of the fear that have prevent people from reaching success. Why? Because when when I told you that you look at people are not successful and you feel you feel comforted, or you feel that you are doing as bad, you're actually doing not too bad because your results are the same as other people's results. That itself contains a fear of criticism, because you fear of what other people think of you. If you're doing certain things that outside of the ordinary, if you're quitting your job and you commit yourself to the business, that itself, achieving your goals, going after your goals, that itself is a bit different from other people. And a lot of people do not want to take that risk because one of the fear is fear of other people, what other people gonna talk about them, what other people gonna say about them. It is all in here. That is why it is a famous saying that the thing that determines whether you are successful or not is all between your ears. It's all in here. It is hard. That is why a lot of successful people, when they tell you go out there and develop and actually build your belief system, change your mindset, change your attitude. If successful people are telling you that, if your mentor are telling you that, they're already successful, why aren't you listening if you haven't got the result? Okay, so that's one thing, fear of criticism. I myself, I'm constantly learning on battling my mindset. It is a daily thing that I need to fight. I need to fight myself. You probably heard of that saying that yourself, or you are your best friend and you are your best enemy at the same time. So you determine what kind of mindset, what kind of belief that you hold for you. Okay, and the moment when I had that full belief that I can achieve what I want to achieve, I take massive action. I give my all. I put all my commitments. That includes all my savings. That includes all my effort. That includes all my time to go towards my goal, because I just have that confidence that I will achieve my goal no matter what it takes. Okay, take examples of when it comes to network marketing. Okay, when it comes to marketing itself, I personally, I was really afraid of cold calling. I am a person that do not like cold calling, and that is why I was involved in internet marketing, because I thought I can do everything online without having to cold call people. But let me tell you one thing. Cold calling, or Don't say cold calling. Let's just say it's calling your friends, talking about your opportunity. When I have that full confidence, okay, I'll do whatever it takes, because I just know my result is so clear in my head that I can achieve it. And I just go out and I know that I want it bad enough, and it is a must for me to achieve my goal. That is when it doesn't matter what other people think, it doesn't matter what other people say or do towards what I do. I don't give a rat of what other people think anymore, because my success is more important than what other people think of what I do. That is how I overcome the fear of criticism. Don't think that once you master that fear, you will get rid of that fear. No, it will keep coming back, trying to hunch back on your back again, trying to persuade you that, I'm comfortable, I can just, you can lean on me, that kind of things. But you have to constantly fight that fear in your mind. Same with fear of poverty, fear of, that's why it's important for you to have that mindset of abundance. And I constantly, every day, the day when I wake up, before I go to bed, or even just constantly throughout the day, I have to build my confidence. I actually keep talking to myself. I talk to myself when I'm driving, I talk to myself when I'm actually working, when I was working, and then I actually talk to myself when I feel down, or when I felt that no one was listening to me, no one was signing up, and I kept building my confidence up, because I know that if if I stuff up my belief, then all my actions, no matter how many actions or no matter how hard I work, it wouldn't produce result. But as soon as I switched on, I took the effort to put my mind in a state of focus with a clarity that I will achieve my goal. I go for it. I just go for it. I take action. I take massive action. And I actually take time every single day to think, to imagine, to think clearly of my goals and the feelings of how it feels when I have achieved my goals. I actually take the time to see exactly what happened when I reach my goals. I see myself. I get emails from Carrot Bus telling me my affiliate made me a payment. I see in my mind that results coming in, that people signing up, people keep signing up, and people asking me questions, people adding me on Skype, people subscribe to my YouTube channel, people reply to my emails. I see all that in my head. It becomes so clear, as if I have achieved it, and that is why I gave my all, because I just know that even though the odds are stacking against me, even though result hasn't come in yet, but I just know I will be successful. And I constantly remind myself, and don't get me wrong, I still have my down moment when I have to pick myself up quickly, because the moment you let your guard down, the moment that you let your you think that you have actually mastered that, you feel so proud, and then suddenly the fear will creep back into your mind again. But you got to constantly fight back. You constantly listen to all self-development, Anthony Robbins, anything that you can find these days on the internet. You have to be grateful that on the internet you can find so many great stuff to help you grow. A lot of people, they go online, they go on Facebook, reading other people's stories, reading other people's what they say in their minds. It wouldn't help you grow. You gotta commit, and if your future is important enough, then you will invest in yourself. You will take inventory of yourself, to know yourself, know your weaknesses, know your strength, know what you can improve on, know what you can offer to other people. Taking inventory of oneself is really important. That is what I learned about myself. No one tells me what I'm lacking of. No one can tell me what I'm good at. No one can tell me what I'm not comfortable in doing. I have to take inventory of myself with honesty so I can see clearly what I'm lacking of. And I can see clearly when I see into my goals, when I see into my my ability. I just have full confidence that I am just as a human being as any successful people out there, and have been blessed by God with this in here, with the mind, with the same mindset in here that I can develop to grow into a person with full confidence. And that's why when the belief kick in, when that full belief kicked in, my action will show. And it is funny how things works, because once you have your mind open, once you have that belief, your actions will show. People start attracted to you, people start coming to you, and you get results. And then that result will pump back into your belief system, and you have even better or bigger confidence and a bigger result. And it just keep rolling and rolling into a bigger momentum each time it works. And also, one thing that I keep reminding myself when I'm halfway through my goals, if I experience roadblocks, or if I experience temporary defeat, I remember watching this video about how people running in Olympic. There is this one guy, not from a big countries that are great at running, but then he actually injured himself. When he injured himself, the official even told him to stop running. But what did he do? He ignored the officials, and he kept limping. He limped through all the way to the finish line. What kind of mentality is that? That is the winner mentality. That person, that guy, that runner was there because he was there being sent by his country to run the race, not to be a quitter. And that is why they have a saying, a quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. So which one are you? You got to ask yourself honestly. You got to take inventory of yourself honestly. That way you can see what you need to develop on. And one of the fear probably is fear of rejection. But when it comes to, it is a must for you, that rejection doesn't matter anymore. When you have that full confidence, I'm not saying that when you have the full confidence, people is not gonna reject you. People are gonna reject you, that is for sure. But successful people are those who have experienced the most rejections. Human being, they fear to be rejected. They are fear to be of isolation. That is why it has bound people, not to become successful. That is why it is important, people, for you to have a deep think and find your big why. I can't tell you what is your big why. That is your part that you have to do your own thinking, to find your must. Why is it a must for you? So I truly hope today's video, my illustrations of people going to job trying to pay off of their home loan, wakes people up. That is why I feel a bit sorry for those people who earn big salary, because they most likely they are comfortable already with the money they earn, with the income that they've earned. But their lifestyle, their relationship with people, I don't know if they're happy or not. If you're not happy with your income, if you're not happy with your life right now, a change obviously needs to happen. Either be it in your relationship, the way you relate to other people, or the way you live your life. You have to change. And change itself, it is really, really scary. But when just close your eyes and think that when you reach that destination, when you are at the place or reaching the goals, you have achieved your goals, how good would that feel? How easy would your shoulders feel, when all the burdens is being lifted up and you are living the life that you are meant to live. And furthermore, you have the chance of inspiring other people because of your life. When people look at your life, when people see that you live your life, you are not just living, but you live your life, people will come and people will be inspired by you. And that is my personal mission in my life. I want to be an inspiration for people. I want to impact people in a positive way. And I hope I have inspired you in a way, and I truly hope you will be inspiration for other people and peoples to come. So thanks again, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.